If you live in Ontario and you like to arm wrestle, you are one lucky person. This is a story about a Swiss that fell in love with Ontario and its people. His name is Pascal Gerard. He hails from Montreux, Switzerland, and is an elite arm wrestler. Not many people understand the importance of hand control, angles, and leverages better than this guy. I met Pascal at the 2013 My Gould Classic. As a fan, I approached him and thanked him for having made the long trip to compete in Ontario. As we talked, I learned that he was staying for a few days. So I decided to call in sick and show him around. We toured the city and a few different spots. Then we went to Wasaga Beach to hook up with the Wasaga Beach bad boys, the likes of multiple-time world champion Earl Wilson, world champion Craig Mitchell, Nick Mantas, Dave Knox, Bill Lougheed, and those guys. Since then, Pascal has visited us in Ontario every year, except the last 3, of course. But who wants to talk about that nonsense? Once again, he was here this year from August 4th to the 15th at the Wasaga Beach Bad Boys headquarters, Nick Mantas, where Nick and Laurie always host the absolute best practices and tournaments of the year. And even though Pascal has been banned from arm wrestling due to shoulder issues by his doctors, he still got on the table and put on a clinic. I was particularly interested in this match against George Isakowicz, known in the arm wrestling world as Crazy George, the King. Many would argue that he's still number 1 in the world at 165 pounds, including myself, and he's about to turn 74 years young. The King move has been named after him, and not many people know how to deal with it. Well, you are in luck, because here is a master class and a key to unlocking and ultimately beating the King's move. Pascal possesses one of the best right hands in the game, one of the best kickback wrist in the game. Kickback, climb, and re-grip. Kickback, climb, re-grip. Once you have your opponent's fingertips, just press. And yes, this was only a practice session, but so was this a few minutes later against the 14-time world champion Earl Wilson. And you tell me which other 165-pound guy can withstand that amount of pressure. And even though Earl can pin George from time to time in a super match style, my money is on the little old man we all call the King. Fast forward a week to August 12th, we were treated to some of the best arm wrestling I've seen in a long time at the AWC Reloaded, hosted by Magda and Core Sports, with some highly anticipated super matches. The event got started with an incredible war between a really strong Michelle Dugan from the US versus Ontario's own and former world champion Tamara, which hasn't competed in a few years since the unfortunate diagnosis of her beautiful daughter, Caitlin. In a roller coaster of a match where she started losing and then had to battle blood pressure surge to the point where everyone thought she wasn't going to be able to continue. And somehow she pushed through it and ended up winning her match 3-2. I literally got goosebumps. That's when I knew that Caitlin had a big role in that victory, and everyone in attendance knew it. Overwhelmed and exhausted, she collapsed into Jody's arms. as the crowd goes nuts. The next match was between the young Maltese phenom Kirsten Tatues versus the veteran Canadian champion Alan Ford, which came into this match in impeccable form, winning his super match in an absolute grinder. This guy is very exciting to watch. Up next was a rematch between Canadian champion Heidi Corner versus multiple-time world champion and most recognizable female arm wrestler of all time, Sarah Bachman. I first met Sarah at a Mark Salapa event back in 2010, where she was only 18 years of age and already a world champion. Heidi and Sarah went right to the red line. Heidi cracked her wrist every time. She had the height, she had the leverage, but the side pressure of the Swedish legend just proved way too much. Up next was probably the best match I've ever seen Matt Mask in, coming back from a 3-0 deficit to tie the match at 3-3 in an incredible display of heart and determination, then losing the silver bullet 7th round to the incredibly strong Ukrainian Serhiy Kalinichenko. For the last match, and the one I've been waiting for over a decade and a half, between the greatest of all time John Brissink and the side pressure king Todd Hutchins, I was shocked at the outcome of this one, let me tell you, with a clean sweep from Todd Hutchins. I wasn't shocked that he won. I was shocked at the dominant performance. Todd Hutchins looked in incredible shape. And to finish what had already been an incredible card of super matches, Ontario's own and current super heavyweight champion of the world and #1 ranked arm wrestler of the planet, Devon Larratt, agreed to a last-minute super match left-handed with the Ukrainian stud Serhiy Kalinichenko, which he decimated to avenge Matt Mask's loss. It is easy to fall in love with Ontario if you arm wrestle. Ontario's arm wrestling scene has never looked healthier. Arm wrestling is a unique sport where you get together and get strong by exchanging energy, by helping each other. The people you'll meet and the friendships you'll make along the way will last a lifetime. So thank you, Pascal, for the visit. Thank you for being super cool dude and for sharing your vast knowledge. You are officially an honorary member of the Wasaga Beach Bad Boys, with a lifetime membership to the Mantas Casino and Spa. Tamara makes just won her super match. Just quick, what does it mean to be back in Ontario and like arm wrestling?
The do or die for me. I was given the opportunity by Magna to have this super match, and I really didn't know how it was going to go, and I didn't really know where my heart was going to be, but my heart and my mental power was completely behind me. I'm going to say that the Arm Wrestling Association and the people have always been there and supported me with everything that I've gone through, and that's why I love this sport. I love all of you guys.
Community.
Yes, yeah, it's right here.
Heidi, it was an amazing match today. What is it like to live in Ontario?
There's lots of talent in Ontario, and if you're willing to put in the time and the effort to travel a little bit, or people are very open and willing to help train you and coach you, and it's amazing.
Well, I'm 73 years old. Why you keep doing? I saw you last week in Wasaga Beach. saw you last week, and you're here again today, and you pulled, and you
You know why I'm
rap,
doing
and-
it?
Why you keep doing it?
Because
Why
I
you
want to
keep...
get free beer and free food.
Bang! Bang! Why have you fallen in love with Ontario?
What can I tell you? Ontario are nice people, nice food and good cook.
Tournament.